Good morning, good morning. How's everybody doing today? Good Friday morning. It's 9:30 a.m. 30th of July. Last day. Pretty much the last day. Last day of trading for July. Or last day of the month. How's everyone doing today? Thanks for joining. So we are going to take a quick look at what has transpired in the markets. You can see we got a really good trade going on. Euro US dollar. Once again, people always ask, can you use the system for finding day trades? And the answer is absolutely yes. Not only can you use the system for locating day trades, but it's the most accurate system for locating day trades, I'd have to say. Okay, most accurate system. You take a look at the area of demand that was created by the banks here. Okay, regardless of how you drew it, whether you drew it like that or you extended it a little bit further down. Okay, your entry here or even here, stop loss below, price never goes back, never drops below here. And we knew with a high degree of certainty that that wasn't going to happen. And why is that? Well, because we are following the sequence. Okay, we are following the sequence of events that we knew that were going to play out based on what was taking place on the charts, the areas of supply and demand that the banks were creating. So when you know what is taking place, then you can enter into positions and get extremely accurate with your entries. So that is playing extremely well. I have targets higher up on the charts, taken profits already on this position, and let the rest ride. There's no reason why price won't go higher, so we're going to wait for that to take place. Okay, you can even move your stop loss below the latest area of demand, and that way you can reduce your exposure on the pair. So it's looking extremely well. A lot of people have reached out to me, letting me know that they are making some good returns on that trade, and I'm very happy to hear that. Very happy to hear that. So glad to hear that. And if you aren't a student and you want to learn how it is that we know these things, how is it that we can pinpoint these reversals in the market with such accuracy, if you want to be able to do this on a consistent basis on your charts, do the correct analysis, join our school, take the lessons. We have a level 1 class that started just recently. You join, you review all the videos in the video lesson library, and you prepare yourself for the live class. Then you come to class, you submit homework, I review your work, and eventually you build up your skills to be able to do the type of analysis that we do in the markets. Alright, so let's take a look at what is taking place with gold. So we were talking about gold, we were talking about the expected move to the upside, right? Price came and sat and did nothing, and then we got that push. As you can see, we still have a ways to go until supply is contacted. So as far as I'm concerned, I'm still expecting price to continue higher. There's no reason for me to suspect that price isn't going to be higher. Okay, because it was on its way there and it stopped heading there to take a rest. So for me, there's no reason why it's not going to continue. I'm still expecting that as price plays out. Alright, so we'll just wait and be patient, and that's, all we can do. You see how well patience pays off, though, with the trades that we took, right? US dollar, Japanese yen, now the euro US dollar. See how patience pays off? If you would have gotten into trades in between those moments, you could have easily lost 2, 3, 4, 5%. Easily. You bring in some patience to the game and wait for the opportune moments to pull the trigger. You can make incredible returns. Incredible returns. Okay. So that's what's happening with gold. We've got oil. And oil has been building momentum to the upside, as we have been been suspecting, okay, that it would. Talked about this in the latest EURUSD report in some detail, explained the reasons why we are suspecting that price will continue higher. And now look at this chart here. Look at that beauty, okay? A lot of strength there. And it continues right until the end of the week. So do we suspect that this is going to change anytime soon? No, likely not. Not going to change, okay? Over time, we suspect that price will just continue to push upwards. All right. So for me personally, there hasn't been a signal yet, a very strong signal. There was opportunities to get in down here. Students know why. But in terms of looking for a very strong signal to get into a long position, I'm still waiting for that. That hasn't been produced yet. I've seen. Aussie, I'll take a couple requests since we didn't do a live show yesterday. So if you want to let me know what charts you'd like me to take a look at, I'll do a couple of your requests. Okay. So Aussie still contacted the demand down here and it's just sitting sideways, hasn't done much. So waiting to see how this plays out still. Alright, if you guys haven't hit the subscribe button and you've been following our videos last few days or last few weeks, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell so you get notifications when we do live sessions, and hit the like button. Alright, hit the like button if you like the information that I am sharing with you. Euro, so we talked about the euro and the strength, pound. Now you remember how the pound was showing some real strength, some strong strength, and I said it's stronger than the euro. The amount of upside momentum was a lot more than the euro. This is also another thing that we talk about at the school, about how some pairs will lead other pairs, and how what one pair does foreshadows what we can expect from the other pairs. And pound was exactly that. It was a lot stronger than the euro when it was rallying up here, and it was a lot stronger than what the euro was performing at that exact. And so this kind of told us this is what we could expect from the euro soon to come. Okay, so let's take a look at the Kiwi. Kiwi contacted demand, and we got that slight push up. There was a entry here to go long, 4-hour chart. That is working out quite well. Expecting price to head higher over time. Okay. USCAD. Nice drop from USCAD. Just exactly what we've been talking about. Okay. This area here, suspected that it was holding. This area here, suspected that that would come in and drop price, and we are now seeing that weakness. Okay, this is alongside the dollar weakness that we've seen throughout the week. US Swiss, same weakness coming in, rallied off demand, fell short, dropped only because of the weakness from the dollar. And US dollar Japanese yen, we see it's pretty much coasting sideways, not doing much here. Not doing much. Holding this area here. Okay, so we'll see how that one plays out. The dollar, yeah, pretty much just the opposite of the euro. Nice weakness, and it came down, contacted demand. I think it was a bit earlier this week, or maybe even last week, I was saying with supply in play, it was dropping, there's nothing to stop price until demand. That's exactly what happened. Exactly what happened. The move down was to perfection, forecasted to perfection. Okay. Now we're contacting demand. For it to head lower, we need it taken out, and then it will open up the floodgates for a move lower. Okay. Pound CAD. Let's see if there's anything interesting in Pound CAD. On the daily chart, we see some weakness. But over time, I mean, look at what it's been doing over multiple weeks. I don't like to trade pairs like that. I do stuff like that. It's in a range. And some traders would be inclined to short at the highs, go long at the lows. Short at the highs, go long at the lows. Okay, sure. If you want to do that, do that. I wouldn't do that. I'd much rather make 18% on a trade. Okay? I'd much rather make 15% on a trade, 10% on a trade, with momentum that I know is going to be there. With high probability trades, this type of stuff is not high probability. Okay? You're putting your money at risk when you trade pairs like this. The charts are not good. The charts are not good to trade. Okay? With all this sideways action, really anything can take place. It can start heading lower until it doesn't, and then it reverses, and then what? Okay? So, I don't like charts like that. Pound CAD, I saw some promise, or sorry, Pound Aussie, I saw some promise on this one. Because the pound was very strong, Aussie's been coasting sideways, and potentially some weakness expected. We're hitting some supply, but after a drop from supply or removal of supply, longs could be good. If the continued strength in the pound takes place, and the Aussie remains somewhat neutral or somewhat weaker, pound Aussie could be. But that's it's a possibility, but not a guarantee. I know nothing's guaranteed, but certain things for me are guarantees. Okay, like that euro rally, the drop on US dollar, Japanese yen. Those are pretty much guaranteed, especially when, with respect to the euro US dollar, especially when I saw the big strength coming in on the US dollar. It was basically telling me, wait until euro catches up. That'd be a big mover. And indeed it was. Okay, got 24 likes. Can we get at least 40 today? We should be able to get to at least 40. Let's take a quick look at Bitcoin. So Bitcoin rallied. Now remember what I was saying about, let's take a look at this chart here. So when price was here, okay, when the chart looked like this, I said if I was going to buy Bitcoin, it would have to be in this area down here, between the 30s, 33,000s. Okay, I would not be buying Bitcoin where it's at right now. That's what I said. You can go back and look at my videos. I said that numerous times, posted it on Twitter and so forth. Okay, that's what I was saying. That I would not buy it, but if I was to buy it, I would buy it in the 33 area. Okay, and so a lot of people went and started buying at the highs. I didn't. I said no way. Look what ended up happening with price. Okay, price ended up coming down to the $33 area. All right, from the highs, which nobody thought would happen. Well, I shouldn't say nobody, but a lot of people thought it would not happen. Came down to the 33s, and now what has taken place? After a lot of nothingness, just sideways action, and then a little trickle lower, we're starting to see that rally up. Now it's nothing very strong yet, but we see price stalling out here, and we see it rallying up here. Why is that? Well, because this is the area of buying that the banks have. So, and we knew that when price was up here. So you see how it's possible to know what will take place by understanding supply and demand dynamics and understanding where the banks have their buying and their selling. You could know before it even happens. Okay? April of this year, I knew what could very likely happen in July and August of this year. Okay? Simply by looking at the chart and understanding how the markets move between zones. And so now we see the rally. It isn't that, substantial. to me at least. But we are seeing that bullishness coming in the market. So it's just a perfect example of how, understanding the markets and understanding the supply and demand dynamics that are in play will help you predict what will take place in the future with any market, okay, with high degree of certainty. All right, so that's pretty much it. It's Friday. I'm going to let you go. I have a level 3 session that I'm going to be starting in 15 minutes where we will delve even deeper into the markets. We'll look at some of the currency pairs that we are watching for potential trade setups, some really good ones that are going to be setting up with the members of the school. And that's it. So I hope you enjoy your weekend, and we will talk to you guys and gals next week. All right, thanks everybody, have a good one, and take care.